All right, music fans, welcome back. It is Dave, the real music observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there, just like me right here. Hey, more breaking news. Apparently, Tris Imboden, former drummer for Chicago, has decided to join Don Felder's touring band, which is really interesting because Jeff Coffey, former bass player in Chicago, is currently a member of Don Felder's touring band and recently actually performed with Don up in the Orlando area and really hit it out of the park. Really fantastic stuff from Jeff. And now Tris comes along board. Starting to think a little on the conspiracy side here, as the entire Chicago exit thing to me just is starting to smell like, rotten eggs or something. It's fine. These guys, they can not disclose what happened for real, but both of them are active. This excuse that they didn't want to tour a whole lot is starting to wear thin because Tris was off with Kenny Loggins, and he had, of course, worked with Kenny years ago, so he just went back to his old boss, more or less. And Chicago continues to tour as a karaoke band, and I just think it's kind of weird how nobody seems to really get to the bottom of this. Ask the question, whoever's got the chance to do an interview with either Jeff or Tris, was there something specific that happened, guys? All right, but what this does do is it gives Don Felder more leverage as far as a touring act to bring in more people who appreciate real music like myself. You've got a fine drummer, really Chicago's best drummer. Believe it or not, I like him better than Danny Serafin. Danny Serafin was a lead drummer. He was an interesting drummer, and in the early days of Chicago, he drove that music, in a way that worked with that style. But as far as just like a straight-up, time-keeping, rock and roll drummer, Tris Imboden is the guy. He is really good. And Jeff Coffey, great bass player and a great vocalist. So again, Felder has two ringers in his band now. Who else can he recruit from Chicago? Maybe Keith Howland? He would be my next guest, by the way, if someone was going to leave Chicago. That whole bus number 2 entourage there. I think Keith, who I think was instrumental in getting Jeff in the group, and he's been with the band for 23 years. He's probably the best guitar player they've had since Terry Kath, although Dwayne Bailey I thought was a terrific guitar player. But again, everybody's got different tastes and different things that they like. I want to just say, though, that if anybody was to leave, it might be Keith Howland. So that's just me speculating. I know nothing on the inside of that. If I hear something, though, I will let you know. In the meantime, welcome Tris Imboden into the Don Felder family. And Don Felder, he's got a better drummer than the Eagles have right now. All right, I'm done with this video. I'll talk soon. See you then.